Hey y'all, and welcome to my channel. I'm Jay and I'm an artist. Today is one of great sadness, but yet also great hope. The monster universe is in rubbles, and we've got to repair the Rainbow Bridge. Myself and 49 other artists have been brought together by the amazing creator, Biggest Pantone. In order to do so, I choose a color, and one of Christine's sidekick, Mike, will also choose a color for myself. Let's see what color he picks before I show you my color.
Thank you for volunteering to help the monster universe with your creativity. Mike is excited to choose your second color. Dice roll. Number 3. Now that you've got your color, it's up to you to use it in any creative project to help restore the Rainbow Bridge. Mike and I can't wait to see what you create.
Oh, Mike, winter wheat? That's a perfect color of khaki. Get an idea, so I chose a color that I think will pair well with this. It's getting harder and harder to choose as more and more artists go and choose their colors. But I chose Pantone 4545, which is a yellowish green color tone, and I think it'll pair well, these two together. In fact, I think I'm getting kind of an idea. Let me introduce you to my own khaki color sidekick here, Bloom. This is Bloom. She's my little puppy dog, and today I'm going to draw her portrait with these colors. She's kind of the same tones and colors as winter wheat, and so I'm gonna let her get down and finish chewing her toys, and I'll tell you more about her story as I get to the drawing. So let's get started. So I have my drawing here. I've saved some time and just went ahead and drew it. And what I'm going to do, it's a pretty picture of my puppy, and what I do is I go ahead and put it on my light box here so that I can trace it on some watercolor paper, medium weight. This is the brand Creatology, and I take that and I clamp it to my light pad. I try to align it the best I can. And then I will get to tracing it. If I can find my pencil. There we go. So I take my pencil and I just start tracing around the image here. And this is normally how I do pet portraits when I'm drawing a pet portrait for a friend. Or a commission or anything like that. And my pet portraits are kind of in the between of realistic and cartoonism, because I don't put a lot of detail in them when I paint them or color them, however you want to put it. My dog has these weird spots on her back that are kind of tan in color, so that's perfect for that little khaki color that I got. And let's see here. The nose is always the hardest part for me, for some reason. Well, there's her nose. There's her. And when I do paws, I just do generically cartoonized paws. I don't do the claws or anything like that. And there's her little paw pad here. Her paw is kind of curled up underneath her, tucked up underneath her, as seen in that photo that I referenced that I used. And then I've got her back paws here that I'm tracing. And let's see, finish up the remainder of the paws here. And she looks angry right now, but when I add some color to it and everything, it'll kind of thin out. So when I'm done, it'll look like that. And it'll look just like the original sketch. And here's my drawing, and here's my Pantone. So I was thinking for her spots to do the winter wheat, and I could accent a little bit with the 45-45 and give two-toned color. And I'm going to give myself a little grace and use black and white and grays, because she's got black around her eyes and she's got kind of brownish eyes too, so that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go ahead and color match these a little bit with my Ohuhu markers, and I'll be right back. So I've got my Pantone cards here and a scrap piece of my watercolor paper to color match these. I'm wondering if green, yellow 7 would match this Pantone card. It's a little too bright. Yeah. So, not that. Green Y1 maybe. That's too bright too. So it's in the middle of the green and yellow range. It's just trying to get there. Too green. Green Y4. And green Y6. Let's try that. green Y6 is a possibility. GY6. And GY5. I think it's going to be a little too dark. So I think the closest match that I'm going to get is GY6. They're not totally the same color, but they're close enough. And now let's match the winter wheat. So I've got a bunch of khaki colors, but I'm wondering if some yellow colors here, if they're gonna work. That was more green line. So let's start with BR3 and see if that matches. That's too orange. That's the right color for her spots, though. If only Mike had chosen me a different color, I could have matched up perfectly with her spots. That's a little orange too, the YR4. So let's see. YR23. That's close. I'm going to hold on to that one. It's a little yellow, but it might be the only thing. Maybe a dull yellow Y7, too dark. Okay. And let's try YR4. It's a salmon pink. It's a close, but not close enough, but I'll hold on to that. We might have to mix and layer. Let's see. I have a different brand of a Y3, which is a cocoa. Actually is perfect. Not quite, but it's as close as we're gonna get. So these are our two colors. We've got Ohuhu GY6 and Artist Loft Y3, which is cocoa, which is going to match the Pantone cocoa. Pantone winter wheat. And the GY6 is going to match the 4545. So let's get to color. A little about Bloom and my dog's story of how she came to live with me. When you think of the Rainbow Bridge, you normally think about a loss. I lost my soul dog over a year ago. But with loss, after all that grief has passed, comes great happiness again. What's broken can be repaired, and that's what this collaboration is all about, restoring the Rainbow Bridge to the monster universe. After my loss, I was looking for another dog. I looked at rescues, and I found a few on Craigslist, but the posting disappeared. So I joined a rehoming group. I posted that I was looking for another Chihuahua. Someone responded that they had 2 female Chihuahuas. It ended up being the same posting I had seen on Craigslist a week prior. At first, I didn't want my dog. I was thinking about her litter mate, an all-white Chihuahua. I had lost a cream and white Chihuahua, and she looked so similar. But then I saw Bloom's picture and decided I wanted a totally different dog. I was thinking about a red Chihuahua, and she was white and red. Sometimes it's not the dog you want, but the dog you need. I traveled 2 hours away to go get her. I brought her home, and she was the best decision I ever made.
She helped heal what I lost from my soul dog. I named her Bloom after Winx Club, as well as her name means new beginnings. She is still a puppy and learning new tricks, but I couldn't ask for a better dog to help me heal. She loves treats and her chew bones. She goes with me everywhere, and she's training to be a service dog. She enjoys seeing all my friends at the local coffee and tea bars we frequent. She's the best dog, and I truly believe my late dog sent her to me. Bloom brought color back into my life, so I thought she could add it back to the monster universe as well. Here's some cute photos of Bloom as a puppy I thought I'd share, as well as a painting Bloom did herself, where she chose her own colors, blue and pink.
So I'm going to take a little bit of this green and kind of add some darkened spots around. I've already added the shadows in some places, and add them to the tip of her paws a little bit to give her some. I don't know if you count this as kind of cheating on this 2-color challenge, but for one, I'm already using black and grays to shade, but I'm just kind of adding where she would have some darker tones in her, and I'm kind of layering it on to the winter wheat with the greenish color, the Pantone 4545 color that I have. And so I'm going to start with a little bit of warm grays around the eyes. So starting with the eyes now. And getting that warm gray on the nose. I'm going to take, because she's got a little bit of tan around here, well, take that greenish color and add that there. Warm gray, starting to layer up my lighter colors a little bit. As when you take some cool grays and warm grays, they kind of darken the areas for you. Let's see. Now, I'm going to get to finishing up coloring. Here. My dog looks like she kind of has a smoky eye, I would guess it would be called, because she's got this dark all the way around her eyes. And take we have two colors here to darken in around this eye here. Highlight the nose just a tad. And I don't want to do all black eyes, so I'm going to take this cool gray, kind of fill in the eyes, because what I do is I highlight them later with some white. dog's got a little bit of spots kind of on some of her areas here. And then I'm going to take my highlight pen, which is a white pen, and highlight the eyes. I gotta give her cute little anime eyes, and I don't really want to do that, so I'm gonna gloss over that part a little bit. Hard to go back over that. Like it was never even there. There is my dog, and what my signature is I usually take some of my markers and put them as the background. So I'm going to add, since the tones are either khaki and then a yellow-green, I'm going to take yellow and green and do them as the background. is mine and Bloom's addition to restoring the Rainbow Bridge of the Monster Universe. I'd like to thank Christine over at Courageous Painting for letting me be a part of this collab, and I get the privilege of introducing the next artist in this collab. Her name is Reluctant Mongoose. Go check out her channel as well as many other artists that have already been a part of this amazing collab. Link in the description below. Till next time, bye! Bye!